Hey erudites, I am Francis, one of your lecturers for General Chemistry 1, and today we're learning how to solve law of conservation of mass problems. First, what is law of conservation of mass? The law of conservation of mass states that mass is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. This means that the total mass of the reactants equals the total mass of the products, as long as the system is closed and no matter escapes. This idea was first introduced by Anton Lavoisier in 18th century. So ang formula natin for solving is mass of the reactants is equal to the mass of the products, wherein reactants are all the substances that reacts and products are all the substances produced. This can be solid, liquid, gas, or leftover materials. For our step-by-step approach in solving the problems, first identify the total mass of the reactants, next identify the known mass of the products or leftovers, then solve for the unknown mass using the mass unknown is equals to the total mass of the reactants minus the known mass of the products. For problem 1, a sealed test tube contains 3.50 grams of zinc and 2.10 grams of sulfur. The total mass of the tube and its content is 25 grams. When heated, a reaction forms zinc sulfide or ZNS, and all of the zinc reacts but only 1.60 grams of sulfur reacts. Predict the total mass of the tube and its content after the reaction. So ang first step natin is to start by writing the formula of the law of conservation of mass, which is the mass of reactant. It will always be equal to the mass of the product, wherein our reactant in this case is the zinc or the Zn plus the sulfur. Our product mentioned or yung na-mention na nabuo daw ay ang zinc sulfide or ang ZNS plus may natira pang sulfur. So leftover sulfur. Step 2, identify na natin yung known masses. Sa zinc, 3.550 grams, lahat daw ito ay nag-react. Sa sulfur, 2.10 grams, but only 1.60 gram reacts. Ang total mass ng tube at ng contents ay 25 grams. Ngayon, ang unknown ay ang total mass ng tube at ng contents after ng reaction. Okay? So, step 3 na tayo. Step 3, we calculate the mass of the product form. We know kung ano ang product natin. Alam natin na ang product natin ay ang zinc sulfide. Ngayon, hanapin naman natin ang kanyang mass. So, we get this by adding up the mass of zinc, which is 3.50 grams, plus yung nag-react na sulfur na 1.60 grams. This will then give you 5.10 grams of zinc sulfide. So now we have the mass of the product form. For step 4, i-calculate naman natin ang remaining sulfur. Since alam natin na may natirang sulfur, ika-calculate natin kung ilan yung natira. So ang initial natin ay 2.10 grams at ang nag-react ay 1.60 grams. Now, ang remaining ay 0.50 grams. Okay? For step 5, calculate natin yung total mass ng tube after reaction. Remember, isa to sa hinahanap natin, calculate the total mass of tube and its contents. So, para malaman natin ang mass ng tube at contents, kailangan natin hanapin ang mass ng tube, which is X, plus ang content nito. So, ang content after ng reaction ay ang zinc sulfide, which na-solve na natin kanina na may 5.10 grams, at ang remaining sulfur na may 0.50 grams. Binigay na sa atin na ang total mass daw ng tube at ng contents ay 25 grams. So, babalikan natin siya. So, 25.00 grams. Now, it is a matter of algebra. So, para natin makuha ang x, i-transpose natin lahat ng values ng constants or itong mga numbers sa left side. So, when transposing constant to the left, mag-change sign ito. So, equals x. So, i-retain natin ang 25 since nasa tamang pwesto na siya, minus 5.10 grams minus 0.50 grams. And this will now give you the mass of tube, which is x is equal to 19.440 grams. This is your mass of tube. Okay? So now, nahanap na natin ang pinapahanap sa atin nung una na mass of tube. Ngayon, hanapin na natin ang total ng mass ng tube kasama yung mga contents. So, ang total mass after reaction is the tube mass, which is 19.40 grams, plus ang zinc sulfide na merong 5.10 grams, at ang remaining sulfur na nakuha natin na 0.50 grams. So, magtototal ang lahat ng ito sa 25.00 grams. This is the total mass after reaction. So, notice na ang mass natin dito ay same sa mass natin dito. So, same ang ating mass ng total tube at contents sa products at sa reactants. This is in accordance to the law of conservation of mass, which tells us that the mass of the reactants is equal to the mass of the products. Problem 2. When sodium bicarbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid, carbon dioxide gas is produced along with water and dissolved salts. Suppose 4.0 grams of sodium bicarbonate reacts with 6.00 grams of hydrochloric acid in a closed container. After the reaction, the remaining liquid has a mass of 7.50 grams. What is the total mass of the carbon dioxide gas released? Okay, so for this problem recap, we have the givens of sodium bicarbonate, which is 4.00 grams, hydrochloric acid, which is 6.00 grams, and the remaining liquid after the reaction, which is 7.50 grams. The unknown is the total mass of carbon dioxide gas released. So, with the formula, mass of reactant is equal to the mass of product, the reactants here is the sodium bicarbonate, and the hydrochloric acid or the HCl. Our products are the remaining liquid and the carbon dioxide gas, which is the CO2. Now that we've identified our substances for the reactants and the product, it's time to substitute them in the formula. So, ang sodium bicarbonate natin ay merong 4.00 grams at ang hydrochloric acid ay merong 6.00 grams is equals to, since this is your reactants, is equals to the remaining liquid na may 7.50 grams at ang unknown natin na carbon dioxide, which I will put a variable x here. Now, to solve for variable x, we need to transpose the constant to the other side. Remember, when getting the value of x in this linear problem, kailangan lang po nating magkaroon ng dalawang side. One side is for the constants and one side is for the variables. Now, when transposing, nag-change sign tayo. So, kaya magiging negative 7.50 grams na siya. Equals kung ano ang matitira, which is x. So, 4.00 times plus 6.00 grams minus 7.50 grams is equal to 2.50 grams. So, 2.50 is now your carbon dioxide gas released. CO2, 2.50 grams. And that is how you get the answer. For our last problem, a solution of barium nitrate is prepared by dissolving an unknown mass of barium nitrate in a 120 gram of water. Separately, 8.15 grams of copper 2 sulfate are dissolved in 75 grams of water. When the two solutions are mixed, a chemical reaction occurs, forming a white solid. This is the barium sulfate that sinks to the bottom, leaving a clear solution. After filtering, the mass of the solid is 10.76 grams and the mass of the remaining solution or the filtrate is 200.44 grams. How many grams of barium nitrate reacted to form the white solid? For our problem recap of this problem, the barium nitrate dissolved in 120 grams of water, we are finding the mass of barium nitrate. So yun yung unknown natin. And next, we have the copper 2 sulfate dissolved in 75 grams of water. The copper 2 sulfate, or the CuSO4, is 8.15 grams. The white solid formed, or the barium sulfate, is the 10.76 grams, and the filtrate remaining solution is 204.44 grams. So in these types of problem, it can be lengthy, so mahaba siya, but it is important to know kung ano lang yung reactants and ano yung products because dun ka kukuha ng iyong isasagot sa formula. So ang reactants natin dito ay ang mass ng barium nitrate, which is X, yun yung unknown, pero may binigay siyang kasama na dissolve daw siya sa water na 120 grams of water, H2O. As well as ang mass ng copper sulfate, so CuSO4. And na-dissolve din ang CuSO4, copper 2 sulfate, sa 75.00 grams ng H2O. So lahat ng to ay ang iyong reactants before mangyari yung reaction. Ngayon, after nangyari yung reaction, meron daw namuo na white solid, which is the barium sulfate. So barium sulfate is now your products, one of your products, as well as the mass of filtrate. Now that we've identified the substances kung ano ang reactants at products, pwede na natin siyang i-substitute sa formula na mass of the reactant is equals to the mass of the product. So ang mass ng reactant natin, syempre ang ating unknown na barium nitrate, plus kung saan siya tubig na dissolve, kung ano ang mass ng tubig, 120 grams, plus the copper sulfate na merong 8.15 grams, plus kung saan siya na-dissolve na tubig na may 75.00 grams is equal to the product side. The product side, meron tayong barium sulfate o yung white solid na merong 10.76 grams at ang mass of filtrate na may 204.44 grams. Now, i-separate na natin ang side ng variables sa side ng constant. So in this case, since nandito na ang ating variable x, ililipat ko na lang lahat ng constant sa kabilang side. Pag linilipat natin, again, nag-change sign tayo. So x yung natira dito, at i-keep ko muna yung natira dito sa kabila na 10.76 gram plus 204.44 gram. Since nasa tamang side na sila, then ililipat ko na lahat ng nasa left papunta sa right, with, of course, changing their signs. So there we go. Ngayon, i-perform na ang calculation. 10.76 plus 204.44 minus 120 minus 8.15 minus 75. Ang matitira sa iyo ay 12.05 grams. So this 12.05 grams is now your X or your barium nitrate. And if we were to check the significant figures sa ating given 3 here, so i-round off natin siya to 3 sig figs. So 12.1 grams is your final answer. That is it, and now you are ready to check for comprehension.